Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening, my darlings. How are you? I just had to run to get a roll of paper towel. Since we're going to be working with mirrors this evening, I want to make sure that those mirrors are clean after I finish manipulating them. But welcome to tonight's Super Splash 219 live. I wish somehow there was some calypso or some reggae music in the background playing so that we could set the tone a little bit, but suffice it to say, we will just have to do. So let me look to see now who is on the live feed. Hello, Annette. How are you? Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Giovanna, Unlimited Me. Hello, Eleda, Nicole, Salarange, hello, hello, hello. All that plus, hey now. And JLR, sorry. Hello, everyone. Tell me a little bit about your day. What have you guys done this Saturday? I really didn't do anything. I was feeling a little below or under the weather, but I kind of pushed through, so here I am now. I did make a prototype of what we are going to be making tonight, which actually serves the process of being able to have a pair when I'm finished. Hi, Florence. And so I'm excited about what we're going to make tonight. Now, I see, hi, love, that Annette is here, one of our members. Thank you very much, JLR. I see that Annette is here as one of our members. And yesterday, I'll just say this for the good of the group, in the event that any of you watching would like to become members at a later date. But for our member-only chats, you will not get a notification since that chat is going to be private in terms of it is only for the paying members on the channel. Thank you so much, Florence. I hope I feel good too. I feel better also. Cleaning all day, cleaning the yard all day. Woohoo! I take my hats off to you, all that plus. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? You were just cleaning today. Hi, Wanda from Cleveland. How are you? Adele, Giovanna. Thank you. Just a little change. Hi, Unlimited Me. Good evening. And hi, Miss Francine Perry from New Jersey. Welcome, welcome. So as I was saying, for those of you who are members or who will possibly become members in the future, that chat is going to be listed in our community tab as a private member only tab. That's the only how, or message. That's the only how you would see it. And in that message, there's going to be a link to that video, a hyperlink, that of course you will just press it and it will take you to the live video. Now, many of you are probably wondering, well, why is she talking about that? Miss Annette knows we had a live member chat last night and only 2 people showed up. Miss Annette, poor thing, and I apologize again, came just as I had cut the live off because I was sitting there for practically 18 minutes by myself. And it was one member who reached out and said, you know what, I think it's because there were no notifications. And I was like, facepalm, you are right. I didn't stop to think about that. So in the future, like I said, again, to all of my members, to those of you who may possibly become members at a later date, one thing to remember, whenever we're having anything member only, member chat, member only videos, the links will be provided to you in or on the community tab on my page. So I just wanted to make that clear. And again, I will mention it possibly as more members log on tonight, or just mention it again so that when they're replaying the video, they will be able to find that link so that they would be able to participate. Like I said last night to the one member that was on, I felt, you know, the old saying, dressed up with no place to go. And I was just sitting there, literally just sitting there waiting for people to sign on. But again, you guys were probably waiting for the notification. And of course, that would not have gone out because it was a private chat. So I see a lot of people were cleaning today. Typically, that's what I would have done if I were not a bit under the weather, but I guess I will have to tackle that next week. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Thank you. Thank you, Crown Diva. I appreciate it. A little something, something different. Unlimited Me, you said you spent the day cleaning as well, and Stella enjoying your Sabbath. Yes, indeed. I completely understand. Yes, yes, yes. So, today we are going to be making a home decor piece. Now, if you were with us on Wednesday, you would have saw or seen that we made 2 flamingo pieces that would have been very, what can I say, pretty when it comes to, wait, my son is saying something to me. That's why I'm confused a little bit. Yes? You going outside? Oh, okay. Why? Oh, okay, okay. I love you. All right. So, as I was saying, we made some flamingo pieces that would have been beautiful yet functional for those of you who are going to be having your summer parties and summer get-togethers now that summer is in full swing. And if, unfortunately, you happen to miss that video, please feel free to go back and look at it. Now, I got a few comments, and I want to explain something else again before we get started, that, oh my gosh, the video was so long, and so can you just tell me, you know, This is not a video per se, and I know that I'm speaking to the choir. Hi, Katrina, how are you? I know that I'm speaking to the choir. Those of you who are here understand that a live is different from a video. A video, if I make a video, I pop on, you know, with a short video, 9 or 10 minutes, and I show you how to create something with a voiceover, and then it's finished. But if we are doing a live, I'm creating, thank you, Dawn, and I'm interacting with you at the same time, and we're chatting and we're having a good time, just as if we were in the room together, one with another. So I just want to put that out there so that there's no confusion as to what we're doing. This is why I make sure that in the title of all of our lives, I use the word live so that people would understand this is not a hit it and quit it video. This is actually a live where we are chatting and interacting one with the other. So I just wanted to say that as well. Okay, so I see that we have 31 people online. Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I am fine, thank you. Just kind of under the weather, not feeling too well, you know, not TMI, but kind of, you know, tummy bubbles and a headache. And so I just spent the day literally all day in my bed until I, hi, One Way, until I, you know, just decided I have to get up and make a prototype, and that's what I did. I'm pushing through. I knew I had this date with you all this evening. So, thank you, Delane. I appreciate it. Yes, it's girlfriend time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So tonight, what we're going to be making is another home decor piece. I know many of us who are here are Rhinestone darlings or Bling darlings, if you will. And so I decided to take a little break from the summery type of things that we have been doing and make something that some of you, most of you I hope, would find helpful when you are revamping or decorating your home. And for this project, we are going to need some glitter tag board. I found this at Hobby Lobby, and excuse the holes, I went ahead and I cut out what I needed, hopefully, in terms of honoring your time. But I got this from Hobby Lobby on the clearance rack. If you notice that red sticker right there, again, we're trying to make beautiful things, but we're trying to make beautiful things on a budget. And so you're going to need one of these, depending of course how many of these sconces you're going to make. You're going to need one of these pot fillers from the dollar store. You will need an 8-inch mirror, and I'm trying not to give you guys any flashback, which is why I'm not showing the mirror itself, but an 8-inch mirror. I think I got these, I got this off of Amazon. So one 8-inch mirror. You will need some strips of Velcro, and typically I would use the Command strips Velcro because I typically tend to have it and keep it around the house, but I did not have any more. I did have in its stead some of this Velcro. I can't remember the name of the brand, and I can look it up for you and tell you guys later, but this Velcro actually holds 5 pounds, so this will be good for the project that we're making this evening. Thank you so much, Katrina. I appreciate you. And that says Bling Girl would be me. Yes. And Dawn said me also. All right. In one of my latest trips to the dollar store, I was explaining to a friend that I went to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, with my daughter. I want to say sometime last week, and I found these cutest little iridescent. Already you can see how the light is flashing back in the camera, and I saw these and I knew, like I said, immediately what I had to do with them, which is what we're doing tonight. And I thought, while I'm picking up two, one for the prototype, one for what we're making live, let me just grab a little bit more. Well, you guys have seen my daughter, and she was not having it. I call her my little sergeant, and her thing was, Mommy, you only need two, which is for the craft that you're making on Saturday. Why are you going to buy more? And of course my answer was, because I might think of something else to make, and if I go back and they're not there, then I would have lost out. In any event, she won the argument. However, when I came home that evening, I put one box of these little darlings in my craft at Dollar Tree, and they're waiting for me to press the purchase button. All right. Finally, you would need some chandelier, some pendants, glass pendants, some crystal garlands. You will need two, I made a pair, so I have two of these votive candles from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2, and I've already gone in and wrapped mine in diamond wrap, again, just to honor you guys' time. And so to do that, of course, you will need your bling wrap. You will need a strip or 2. I'm not sure yet. I made one. This is the remainder. This comes in a 3-foot roll, and I love this. I love this. I love this because as you're looking at it, you can already see the sparkle that it is giving off. Okay, so can you imagine this on a craft? So I have used one roll. As we're making the other roll this evening, we need to see if we're going to need one and something else, you know, meaning 2 rolls of it or just a 1 roll itself. And finally, my darlings, you are going to need, if you so choose to duplicate my pattern, you are going to need a pack of these 1-inch round mirrors. All right, so this is everything that you're going to be needing for today's craft. Hi Beverly, you made it, yay. Thank you, Dawn. Yes. So now that I have a few more members on, let me just say this, I'm not going to take as long as I did before. Members, last night we had a member chat, member only chat, and I did not stop to think that perhaps you guys would have been looking for the notification to come up. I say that because I sat on that chat for 18 minutes by myself. Then One Way Designs came on. I chatted with him for a few moments, just checking, is everything working? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes, he said. And then after about 21 minutes, he left. And after about 21 minutes, I said, well, I'm going to sign off. And just as I signed off, Annette, I'm remembering her name, Annette came on and said, oh my gosh, I'm sorry I missed it. What I failed to realize, as One Way Design suggested, was that you guys were looking for the notification and did not get one. You will not get a notification on a member-only chat because member-only chats are not going to be open to the public. And so, if you are not familiar with my page, please try to make yourself a little bit more familiar with it, because all of the announcements to members, to subscribers, are going to be found on the community tab. And on that community tab was where I placed, in a member only post, the link to get to that video, as well as if you were interested in calling in, that number to call in on that member only chat. Again, only members have these perks. So I just wanted to say to you, thank you, Giovanna. I just wanted to say to you guys, when we go live again for a member-only chat, which is going to be, God willing, Sunday next week, I want you guys to find where the community tab is and look. You can look through all the posts, of course. You will be able to see all. But the only difference is you will get the membership announcements, whereas the subscribers will only see the public announcements. All right? I hope we understand that, because I missed you guys yesterday. All right, so we are about to get started with any further ado. And the first thing we're going to do to our mirror is take off these little feet that are there. And it really doesn't take much. If you do not want to use your nails like I'm doing right now to get under it and pull it up, you can also take a blade or your scissors very carefully and lift them up. The reason why we're taking these off is because this craft is going to be sitting on the wall using our Velcro, and we do not want anything standing in the way of that Velcro adhering to the wall, because it is higher than the Velcro itself. So we remove these. If there is a tag on your mirror, you really do not need to take that off. But if you are so inclined, please feel free to do so. The next thing we're going to do with this is place our Velcro on. Now, I'm going to say this to you. One thing, because I've used this Velcro in my classroom as well, that I like about this Velcro is that it is very difficult, this little plastic piece, to get this little plastic piece off, meaning that the adhesive is on there really good. Now, I am surprised that that one came off just as easily as it did, because when I was making the prototype, it took me a while to get off all of them that I needed. And see, this one is giving me some trouble as well. So in the essence of time, I'm not going to fight with them. But what you're going to need to do is position your Velcro as such on the corners, because this piece we're making, we're going to situate it diagonally. Thank you, Giovanna. Yay, I'm glad you're gonna like this craft. Yes, Beverly, you overslept yesterday, but you are most welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so you're going to make a pattern that looks something like this with, if I hold it up, they're going to fall. But with your V hair in one corner, your V hair in the other corner, and just two lone strands by themselves parallel one to the other straight. Okay, so this is how we're going to get that done. And the only reason I'm saying do it first is because by the time we place our foam and our candle holder and our garland and pendants on, it's going to be difficult to work on the back of our mirror. Do you understand? Okay, so here we go. Now, once we have done that, we are going to take our pot filler from the dollar store and of course open it, which I should have done already. So pardon me for doing it now. We're going to open this and then we're going to measure to see just how much of this foam we need to keep. How we are going to do that is by taking our vase and setting the vase right on top of the foam. Okay? Any excess that is back here is what we will not need. And so, if you have a hot knife or a styrofoam cutter, you can feel free to use that. However, I'm just going to go in with an old kitchen knife that I no longer use in my kitchen. And I am going to cut off this excess in one fell swoop. You're not going to saw. You're not going to cut through and then move your knife and cut through again, because what you want to make sure is this back that you have now created is straight. And if you look, you can see that we have a nice clean cut. All right, and then as you can see, our vase still fits on it, and this will be backed up to our mirror. All right, now that we have done that, we are going to place our foam on our mirror. Now, some of you may want to use the mirror straight or square as it is. I am making this piece on the diagonal. So my wall sconce is going to look like this. And so I'm going to situate my mirror just like so in the middle of my table, because I'm trying to make sure that it is leveled, but not only leveled, that it is angled correctly. But before I place my glue down, just checking to make sure I plugged in my glue gun. I'm going to clean this mirror to ensure that there's no residue, nothing on it that's going to stop the hot glue from adhering to the mirror itself. And I want to show you, because some of you may ask, well, Miss Danielle, why are you only using hot glue as opposed to the recipe that we typically use, hot glue and E6000? And my answer to you, which some of you should already know it, is that what? Let's see who knows it. Anybody? And of course I'll tell you why, but I just want to see if anyone knows why we cannot use E6000 in conjunction with hot glue on a piece of styrofoam. Thank you so much, Dawn. Anyone? No one? Okay, in the essence of time. The reason why we do not use E6000 or permanent glue with styrofoam is because the chemical reaction causes in conjunction with the styrofoam and the permanent glue is going to create a chemical reaction that provides heat. And what that E6000 or any permanent glue is going to do is heat up your styrofoam and melt it. So you want to make sure that you are only using hot glue to do this. And if you are using hot glue to do this, you are doing so with a not scorching hot, maybe on high heat, but plugged out for about 1 minute so that hot glue can cool down. And the reason why you want to make sure that your hot glue is not scorching is because the same thing would happen by virtue of the heat. You will create channels and funnels in your hot glue and you will not get a sure adhesion. I hope. There you go, Katrina. Yay! They knew it! Yay! Very good, very good, very good. Yes, the E6000 will eat your styrofoam or cause a chemical reaction that will cause that heat to burn into it. All right? So now that we understand, oh, and I wanted to show you this. Now that we understand that, because again, another question we may have is, well, Miss Danielle, how is that hot glue going to adhere? How is it going to... Bye. Take care, hon. The video will be on replay if you'd like to watch it later. Have a good evening, Giovanna. Yeah, Beverly. Yep, chemical reactions. If you guys had a question about how secure this hot glue would be, I want to show you. I hot glued this piece of foam to this small 5-inch mirror last night and it's still holding. I can't, and I'm pulling with the Dickens to get it off and it's not coming off. And so your piece will be secure. All right. So what I'm going to do is unplug my glue gun for a few moments, so that it can cool down a little bit. And while I'm doing, I can chat with you guys. So Unlimited Me, yay, you got the answer correct as well. Yes, it melts it. It melts it. So once you have placed your mirror in position where you want it, whether square, or square diagonal, and cleaned it to make sure there's no residue, you are going to position your foam where you want it on a straight as well. Now, for my style, I am leaving about 2 inches on the diagonal, or excuse me, 2 inches to the point away from the bottom of my styrofoam. Okay, you can see that there. First, I need to do this. I forgot about this part because I want to make sure that the ones that I cut out. All right, let's press pause on fixing it to the mirror. I forgot about this part. Okay, perfect. They fit. Okay, so what I should have said was the next thing you're going to do is take your glitter paper. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. Take your glitter paper and you are going to trace along or around the edge of the top of the foam and also on the bottom of the foam, because the bottom is much narrower, and I will show you. You can see the difference in, you can see the difference in size. And then you're going to use your scissors and simply cut them out. This is what I did with these pieces. And now what we have to do is affix these pieces to our foam. And to do this, we're going to go in with our hot glue. Place it down, apply some pressure, okay. There's going to be a little excess because I cut this off using the one that I made with the prototype, but that's okay, we can fix it. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Using our hot glue, and then putting this in position, backing it all the way to the back of that foam. Yes, yes, hot glue adheres very well to styrofoam. And then as you can see, I have a little excess because I used the pattern of the one that I created for the prototype. And as you can see, all I'm doing is just going around and cutting off that excess so that we have no overhang. I did it for the top, and now I'm going to continue the same process on the bottom. It's still hot. All right, and just cut it off. What this glitter paper does is obscures, of course, the styrofoam, because we don't want the styrofoam by the time we're all said and done to be showing through our craft. Okay, now we are going to place our styrofoam on our mirror, and we're going to do this, excuse me, sorry. We're going to do this using our hot glue. Like I said, finding your center. If you're creating it on a diagonal, finding where you want it placed, and then placing your hot glue. I need to heat up a little bit because I unplugged it out thinking we were going to do this, but we did something else. Using your hot glue, putting down copious amounts of it, and then putting it in place. I would suggest to you not applying any pressure until you are sure that the styrofoam is sitting where you want it to sit. Because once this hot glue adheres to this mirror, like I showed you, it is going to be very difficult taking it off to start over. What you might have to do is cut it off and then somehow scrub the remnants of the styrofoam off, which nobody has time for that. So just make sure that before you apply pressure, you have set it in the right space. And then you allow it to dry for a few moments. Okay. While we are waiting on that to happen, we are going to measure. That's what it looks like. It looks crooked coming through on the camera. This is what it looks like. We are going to measure the gemstone studded ribbon that we need. Hi Beverly, how are you? Thank you for joining us this evening. I am glad you are here. Hi. And then we're going to measure about how much of this we are going to need. Now, mind you, we are going to be using 2 rows of this. And I want to encourage you, please leave maybe about 1.5 centimeters or 1 centimeter or 2 above that glitter paper we just put down. The reason for this is you want to make sure again that your piece is seamless, but you also want to make sure that none of that green foam is showing through. And so once you have found your measurement, you are going to cut off any excess, and then you are going to go about gluing this down with a tepid glue gun. The reason why I say tepid and not hot is that this ribbon is backed, and I don't think that you guys will be able to see it, but on a piece of plastic. And so if you use a piping hot glue gun, it's going to melt the plastic, and thereby your stones are going to fall off, and that you do not want. So to do this, I'm going to unplug my high heat glue gun again and allow it to sit for maybe perhaps 1 minute so that that glue is not piping hot. And once it is ready, then we will adhere this. We will also need a second row of this, so good. We're only going to need 1 pack of this. Now this comes in the plain silver, and it also comes in an iridescent form. Personally, I like the iridescent form, the iridescent one better, because it throws off the many colors of iridescence. However, when I went to purchase mine, the iridescent ones were out of stock. Not very happy. And so I decided to go with this one as well. Or I decided to go with this one instead. All right. So now that my glue should be not quite, but warm enough. Yep. Now that my glue should be warm enough, we're going to go in on the sides with some hot glue. And then I'm going to place my ribbon in it, making sure not to fall below that glitter paper we just adhered. Like I said, maybe 1 or 2 centimeters above it. So you want a craft to have a seamless look. And another thing that I like about this ribbon is that there is some elasticity to it. That doesn't mean that it stretches completely. It's not a rubber band. But let's say, for example, you cut a piece a few centimeters too short. You can always stretch this ribbon just a tad to make sure that you are going to get to your final destination. See? And while I was pressing it down, I was stretching it, and because I did so, now I have an excess, even though I measured it and checked it twice. All right. Try not to get any hot glue on your mirror. It is a pain in the tuchus to remove. I promise you. Unless you're going to go in with a blade and some extra elbow grease, you don't want to be bothered. All right. So here is what our first row looks like. I don't have one. Thank you, Wanda, for it. I do need to invest in a glue gun that has dual settings. Mine, this one, Big Blue, well, her sister, because we know Big Blue died a few months ago, is high heat setting only, which I love at the same time because everything sticks right away. But yes, you're right. I do need to have one that has both settings. It would be functional. Okay. And now that we have placed our first row down, we are going to go ahead and do it again with our second row. And this time we are going to overlap the first row with, or the second row with the first row. And this will help to take over or take away any excess of ribbon that you may possibly have. Okay. And then what you will find, as soon as I finish, I'll show you, is that it will leave also a nice little overhang. Oh, I'm gonna have to plug you in soon. Wait, not yet. Wait. A nice little overhang on the bottom on the glitter paper. Okay. If you like, you can tack it down. If not, you can leave it as is. So here is, I love this ribbon so much because it just picks up light, reflects it, and sends it right back out. Okay? Yay! We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. The reason why I didn't do that, Beverly, is because you may use or have an excess in that ribbon that you would have to cut off, of course, before you glue it down. This way, you have an exact fit and you are able to adhere it according to the mold the foam has. But you're right, you can do it that way also if you like. Okay. Now that we've done that, you can see we have our glitter paper under here. We have our glitter paper up here. What we're going to do is take our 3 garlands and pendants. I have mine in 2 lengths. The shorter one is going to go in the middle. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. And the 2 longer ones are going to go on the side. And we are going to use, which I didn't tell you needed, forgive me for that, 3 greening pins to attach this to the bottom. So I'm going to try to do this upside down so you can see what I'm doing. This is the shorter one that I'm going to be using in the middle. And I'm going to make sure that I'm lining it up with the point of my square. Once I have done that, I'm just going to push it in, and using a scissors or anything else that has a little bit more surface area than your finger, you push it in to make sure that it is secure. Yes, Cassandra, I love this. I love this ribbon. It is very beautiful. Then all you have to do, once you've found your placement for your first one, is move over perhaps 1/2 inch, and on the same level if you'd like, or in a different place. It is entirely up to you. Find the placement for your second. And third pendant. Push it in and secure it. Final one. Push it in. Find your placement. Making sure that your greening pins are equidistant one from the other. And push it in. Yay! So now you should have something that looks like this. Isn't it beautiful? And we haven't even added our vase yet, which is the last step. And we are doing good on time. Oh, then maybe I need to go to Aldi. I didn't know they sold crafting stuff. Now the final thing we are going to do for this project in terms of embellishment is, and if you are so interested, well, I will show you the prototype first, and I will show you this one sans what I did for embellishment, so you can make sure or see which one you prefer. But what we're going to do now is affix our candle holder to the top of our foam, like so. Top, middle. Okay? And to do this, I didn't plug it back in. Ah. All right, give me a few moments. Because for this part, we need our hot glue piping hot. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Beverly. What I'll do while we wait on that is I can show you the prototype, which is very similar to what we've just created. The only difference is that I went in with the 1-inch rounds. Okay, the 1-inch mirror rounds. I'm kind of turned around, sorry. Forgive me, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so here it is. And then I placed the 1-inch mirror rounds going around the entire piece, okay? And if you're interested to see what this would look like all completed with a candle, I told y'all my head was hurting, right? Possibly that's why. This is what the finished piece would look like. And so, to adhere those, because I think I want both of them to match, this is what it would look like without it. Thank you, JLR. Thank you, S. Hamdi. I appreciate you. This is what it would look like without it. And then I just showed you the ones with the mirrors. And on this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mirrors attached to it. Okay. And to glue these down, all I did, same thing. I use my hot glue. Found the center of my piece, lined it up with my shortest dangle, applied some pressure, And then I went in equidistantly out to either side, to the right and to the left, with 2 additional mirrors on each side. Apply some pressure. I like that you love it, Dawn. And then, of course, just making sure that once you line your mirrors up, or once you place them, they're lined up one with the other. So you have a straight line going across your gem ribbon. Again, equidistant, trying to line it up with its twin on the other side. Applying some pressure. And then doing the same with the last one. Hot glue. And placing the last one and applying some pressure. Thank you, Latanya. I am glad that you like the project. Yes, you should always have a pair. I agree. I agree, I agree, I agree. So now this is what it looks like. See? It's so pretty. So pretty, so pretty. Thanks, Cassandra. I try to glue stress. I don't know what that is on a mirror, but it comes out. I use hot glue and silicone. Let me know, S. Hamdi, what is that word there? I try to glue. I don't get it. I'll come back to you. Clarify for me, and then I'll answer your question. Thank you, Beverly. Yes, I like the mirrors added on too. It gives it another dimension. Yes, and either way, it is stunning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cassandra and Unlimited Me. Okay, now that we've done with that, we're finished with that. Now it's time for the last thing, which is gluing on our candle holder. And to do that, we are going to take our piping hot glue and affix it in the middle, using that middle mirror to find our placement. Apply some pressure and allow it to set for a few moments. It's a kind of game. I tried to glue but the glass candle holder hot glue. What did you use to put the glass candle holder? Just hot glue. No E6000, because like I said, that E6000 might probably burn through the glitter paper as well and get down into the foam, and that's not what we want. So just the hot glue. If someone, would dare to try using the E6000, or even perhaps a 2-part epoxy to see how that works and let me know, I would be interested. But I think the hot glue is going to suffice, simply because the pattern on the glittered paper has so many divots and crevices in it that the hot glue is going to get into all of these little pieces and secure it very nicely. So I would say use hot glue only, but if someone else comes up with a recipe that works, please let me know and I will be sure to correct myself. Okay, and then for the final piece, thank you, Delane, we're going to take our votive candle or Tealight candle that we've wrapped in rhinestone, and we're simply going to set it in to our candle holder. I love this piece, guys. I really and truly love this piece. Now, I thought about, if you liked, you could take some diamond wrap. I did think about that, but I didn't want to after I thought about it. Maybe 2 layers of diamond wrap or 1 to go in around all 4 corners. I thought about that, but I didn't like the look, or I didn't think I would like the look that it would have created. But that is something that you can do, just taking your diamond wrap and etching all the way around it. I even thought, thank you, Crystal. Yes, it's blingy. The E6000 would take too long. And not in conjunction with the hot glue. This is why we use our recipe, Beverly. We use the E6000 in conjunction with some hot glue, so that, let's see who can type this up for me. The hot glue is going to give us our right now adhesion while our E6000 cures over time. So that is the rule that we use here. But like I said, I am not sure because I didn't try it, knowing all the experience that I have had creating in the past and using E6000 and watching the E6000 just eat through some of the things that I have created. I did not want to use E6000 on this craft because I didn't want it to eat through the paper and I didn't want it to eat through the foam. Okay. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, S. Handy. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, it's blingy. I'm going to make it right now. I have all the stuff in my craft room. Yay! Yeah, girl. That's how we crafters do. That's why I kind of get disappointed when my daughter tells me to put stuff down because, you know, I tell her, you never know when you're going to need it. Yes, this particular styrofoam melts or breaks down when you use E6000. Yes, and it's going to be on the wall. I'm going to change a thumbnail, of course, from what it is. I'm going to place these on the wall, take a picture, and then I will upload the thumbnail so you guys will be able to see what that looks like. I was also saying that if you wanted to, you could use the remainder of your circles to place them also on your mirror. Hey, Pookie. Let me see your nails. You have to come close. Oh, now excuse me. They don't know. Yeah. Children. That's all I have to say about that. I want something, and then finally when I get it, meh. Let me know if you have that experience, my darling. So yeah, so if you wanted to follow that pattern of your round mirrors throughout, you could also throw a few of them on to give your piece some additional dimension. However, I will not do that. These mirrors are 1-inch rounds. 1-inch rounds, Donna. That's okay. The video, Donna, will be available for continued viewing. So whenever you have time, you can go back and just forward through some of the chatting to see how we did this. We made this project. And yes, my Dawn has said it. Why buy when you can DIY? Like I said, just like the flamingos, I can go right now. This is how confident I am in this piece. Go right now, put this in a Home Goods on a shelf, walk away, and watch somebody pick this up to purchase this, okay? But guess what? It was not publicly manufactured. It was created in love by our hands. So that makes this piece or these pieces that much more priceless. Why buy when you can DIY? Yes, Mickey, hi. I'm so thankful that you showed up. Yes, you and was it All That Plus was working in their yard today? Correct me. Let me know if you're still here. Who was it? But there was someone else working in their yard all day. Oh, Crystal. I like your idea. See how we work together? I just love you guys as a community. You just cannot be beat. Crystal says, for those of you who haven't seen her comment, she said it would look pretty if we would personalize these with a letter or possibly letters because there's enough space. So for perhaps a husband and a wife, maybe his initial on the right, your initial on the left if you're using two. I really like that idea. Or you can put your initial if you are using them for yourself. So for me, I could possibly put a D right here in silver, and then on the other one place my W for my last name. I love it. Thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing it. Yes, the possibilities are endless. Now, before we close tonight in honoring your time, I just want to show you what the pattern is that I use on the back. Okay, so this is the top of it. So here is your first V. This is the bottom. Here is your second V. And then here we have the two pieces in the middle. So once I log off, I'm going to continue to place my Velcro on the back of this one we just created together, and then I will place them on the wall, find where I want them, place them on the wall. I will take a picture and I will update the thumbnail so you guys can see the finished project. Yay! Michigan is starting to have nice weather. Yes, Cassandra, made with love and blessed hands. This is, we all have that creativity. Don't get me started preaching now, but we all have that creativity, and sometimes we just need to trust ourselves and put things together and see what we can see, because you never know. You never know what you can come up with. Thank you, thank you. Thumbs up to all of you. Like I was saying, you guys are an awesome, awesome, awesome community. Like I said the last time, I wouldn't be here if it were not for you. You guys are the reason why I sit behind this camera, because I know that you guys are on the other side watching, so my time is not in vain. I know you guys keep me in your thoughts and you keep me in your prayers, likewise as I do the same for you. And so please know that all of it is appreciated. Thank you, Annette. To those of you who are watching, however not participating in the feed, I would humbly ask you to, or suggest that you subscribe to our channel and join this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful community of DIYers as we learn from and craft with each other on a weekly basis. And if you are so inclined, please make sure to click the notification bell, set your notifications to all, so that you will be made aware whenever videos are published, or like today, whenever we go live as a community. We would love, 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 love to have you. My darlings, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, JLR, for being with me here today. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you so much for that. Crystal, Beverly, they say great minds think alike. Yes, sure, they sure do. Yes, Crystal, let's big her up, because that was an awesome idea. I may have some letters. I don't think I have letters in silver, so I may have to run out to a craft store tomorrow. I love you tomorrow because I get to shop. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Cake Lady. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate you. So, my darlings, we started at 7. It is now 8:05. I want to make sure that I honored your time. And so, if there are no more pressing questions, I will say to you that we will be crafting live again on Monday. Really? Oh, I would not have thought that, Crystal. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will have to go check on the Dollar Tree. Crystal is saying that there are bling letters at the Dollar Tree that I possibly need to check out. Yes, so I will run there tomorrow as well. Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate your time being here. Mickey, I appreciate you. Thank you. Unlimited Me, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So I plan to see you guys, God willing, on Monday of next week. And when I do, we're going to be creating another piece that I am going to be raffling away to my members. So if you are not yet a member, you might want to consider between this evening, tomorrow Sunday, Monday morning, or even while you're watching the show on Monday, you might want to consider becoming a member. Membership is $4.99 once every month, and that gives you some perks of our live membership chats that do not go out to subscribers, only go out to members. It also gives you membership, or allows you to join the raffles when I do raffle things to give them away. You do get, like you can see, Beverly and Katrina and One Way Designs, who was here, your name highlighted in green, and a beautiful bling emoji to go with it. Plus, there are a few other perks. So feel free to join them or look at the membership tab on the page. Click on it. It'll open up and it'll tell you everything that all members will receive. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday, God willing. I look forward to creating with you guys again on Monday. I look forward to our raffle. And until then, I say to all of you, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Mwah. Mwah. Bye now.